Pressure cooker that's been known to bust a lump of coal and make a diamond. 2-6, we enrolled in Reaganomics. Crew sick, we the golden state of rhyming. Oh God. You could die today, so be held to pay. I don't live in breathing, scheming testimony, so don't test me, homie. Put that DM, honey. Put a foot up that ass, you a stepping stone. Getting no sleep. All of my brothers be chasing their dreams. Ooh, I'm a force of nature. I can't wait to date you. I was having problems till I had to break through all my touches for sure. They ain't never for sure. I get tattooed on today. I'll get the dust from the time I get a lot of your thoughts. Go get in my baby, slut of your mind. It's a brand new season. I'm a righteous heathen. I take on the challenge and I leave him bleeding. I was down bad. Now I'm even Steven. Now I'm leaving every fucking weekend. Huh? I've been trying to memorize that J. Cole verse. Dreamville, head honcho, bitch, we came from nothing just like the Big Bang Theory. The poverty stand, keep the pain buried and cover the shame with it. Cover the shame with a dream. We would have fortune and fame. A mill on the bank, chameleon paint, turn crankberry. Now look to Jermaine, got the same story as that boy out of St. Vincent, St. Mary. Go. All hail, King Cole, first of his name. Law may reign. The boy got the throne, but you know it ain't a game. Ville, I was born in the same pressure cooker that's been known to bust a lump of coal and make a diamond. 2-6, we enrolled in Reagan. I can't see how many people are in here, but honestly, fuck it, it doesn't matter. Yo, where's the guys? The guys are in their respective hotel rooms. Tonight I get the room myself. So yeah, we got our call time is like 4:40, so I got like 3 hours. And I'm like adrenaline is like going from the show, cause like, in all honesty, man, today, Atlanta, yo, this was like one of my favorite shows I think I've ever done. I think this was the show that I was the most prepared for, which is crazy, cause if y'all remember the live stream that I did last time for the Dallas show, I was feeling kind of like, damn, like I need to get my shit together. And look what happened, like, tonight. Like, I think that's like a prime example of shit just like, you know, that feeling that I had was there for a reason. It was meant to like check myself, because I made sure that before this show I got my sleep. I made sure I was eating right. My voice is a little hoarse right now, so I should probably try to keep it this volume. But honestly, man, that energy, and what was crazy is that it wasn't even like it wasn't even one of the bigger shows. It was just the people that were there. If any of y'all if any of y'all were at the Atlanta show, like you saw, like it wasn't even like a filled up room, but like that energy that y'all gave us was like crazy, and it just made us want to go hard as fuck. So I'm on cloud 9 right now as far as performance goes. We got DC tomorrow. That's one of my hometowns, so I'm hype as fuck for that, and I can't wait. I got some friends that are coming, and that's gonna be cool. I feel like tonight I was on my game. I was doing Lucky You and Do or Die, and usually the thing that messes me up the most is the fact that, you know, obviously when I'm performing it live, like I'm moving. So it's not like I'm standing in the studio just like recording it and all the energy's from my voice. It's like I'm losing energy by moving around so much and like doing all this other stuff. So, but tonight I feel like I was just on point. I didn't get tired. I wasn't in my head. I wasn't like, oh snap, like I feel myself like giving out. Like, I don't know, man. Like tonight was a great night for me, and I felt really, really good. So yeah, y'all got happy Conor tonight, and let me just say something about the fans. Like, oh my gosh, yo, you guys, the people who were at that show, who were at the meet and greet, thank you guys for your gifts and your kind words, and like that shit really meant a lot to me today. I got a really cool hoodie that this girl made that says Do or Die on it. There it is. No, I'm actually tired though, but I don't know. I just wanted to get on here, and I don't know if I'll use the full hour this time, but I wanted to I don't know, I wanted to let you guys know, like, where I'm at right now. I think it's really hard. It's been really hard for me to, like, post and stuff. I don't know why. I got one coming tomorrow. I got a real nice post coming tomorrow. But, yeah, it's been crazy on tour. It's like I've got a lot of content and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't really like. I've kind of tried to be off my phone for real. This morning I was walking around Atlanta and just like I talked to this girl at a bus stop. I just like sat down at the bus stop and waited, and I was like writing and stuff. And when I was at the bus stop, this girl comes up to me. Her name was Shantae. I had like probably like a 30-minute conversation with her just about where she was in her life and what she wanted to do. And I gave her some Conor advice. I don't know, I just talked to her. It was like a dope ass conversation. She told me her dreams and ambitions, and I rapped for her just on the bus stop. And I went to Target with Serge. We were just shopping around, kicking it, and I got this dope ass book. I'm gonna put y'all down for 2 seconds, cause this book I got is pretty crazy. Now, okay, let me get it first. I'm a big believer in the idea that things are presented to us for a reason, like certain things that we see and encounter, certain people we encounter, certain conversations that we overhear. I think everything it has an influence on you. It has a subconscious influence on you, whether you're consciously thinking of it or not. Like if you're hearing a conversation, you're immediately like in your brain is like calculating like a response to that conversation, and it's leading you somewhere. And it's the same way with like things we read, like whether it's even a street sign or like whatever it is. And I saw this book today. It flew around. It says, "Steal like an artist. 10 things nobody told you about being creative." Now I saw this at FedEx, just like sitting there, and I was like, interesting. I was reading it, and this actually put things into perspective for me, just about just creativity and stuff, because I think that we all get caught up with this. And I actually had this issue recently of I always have a fear, not a fear, but just like I'm very cautious, and I'm like very cautious with my stuff, because I never want to like plagiarize. I never want to take somebody's stuff. So through that fear, that worry, I obsess over being original. You know what I'm saying? So I saw this today. This was a feeling that I've been having. It says, every artist gets asked this question: where do you get your ideas? The honest artist answers, I steal them. First, you figure out what's worth stealing, then you move on to the next thing. I'm like, okay, interesting. Okay, nothing is original. Now, this is the part that I thought was very interesting. When people call something original, 9 times out of 10, they just don't know the references or the original sources involved. What a good artist understands is that nothing comes from nowhere. All creative work builds on what came before. Nothing is completely original. It's in the Bible, y'all. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Now, let me see. There is a... me say, this is steal from anything that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination, devour old films, new music. I mean, y'all can read. I don't really need to read to y'all, but basically what it was saying, what I took away from it is, you know, like the feeling of inspiration. You find somebody or for me, I like to look at artists. Like, I don't necessarily get inspired by art as much. Like, it's not really about a song for me. It's like, I'm more like interested in how did this person like make something like this? Because obviously every song that you hear has inspiration from something. So, and like, especially in something like rap where it's like flows and like, I can't help but be influenced by all the artists that I listen to. Like, if I catch like a Tupac flow or if I say some shit that sounds like Biggie, like even like a snippet of it, it's like, that's just my mind, like, it's training me. But it's, I guess the thing that I've done my whole career, and the thing that that's given me inspiration and constant things is looking at other people's art and seeing their passion, and seeing like if I like something, and if I truly enjoy it, you know, I'm gonna figure out why, and I'm gonna like flip it in my own way. And it even comes down to genetics. It's like we're basically remixes of our parents, like, if you think about it. So every song is like a remix of a remix of a remix of a remix, and it's like wild. Yo, this hotel Wi-Fi is trash. Is it bad? If it's bad, I'm sorry. But I don't know if that all makes sense to you guys, but really, like, it even comes down to research. It's like, even if you're learning how to write, like, all that information is from somebody, so nothing's really like original. It's just a really good, it's like everything's a really, really good remix, you know, of a bunch of things. Like, your favorite artists are a compilation of everyone who they were inspired by. You know, like, for me, like, I know that like Kanye like was inspired by Mos Def, and like Talib Kweli, and so many, like Jay-Z, and and I think that's not to go off on another thing, but that's a dope thing about hip hop, is that when, I think especially in this era, is that you got new people coming in, and I think it's really cool to hear the influences of some of the artists that are coming up, but how they're influenced by people who we would consider like new, you know, like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, of this era. Because I feel like all of the GOATs, like the Kendricks and like the Coles and like the there's like, those are the two that I'm like that are at the top for me. And to see, it's like we get to be influenced by them, and then like the next generation will be influenced by people like, hopefully, myself. And well, I know it'll be me. I'm just trying to be humble, but I know I'm made for this shit. I know that this shit's gonna happen. Especially after it's a night like tonight. And then in a week and maybe a month, like, I'll probably question everything again. But that's life, you know? We're meant to question everything. We're meant to question our path. But I think the reason the show went so well today, and I want to get back to the show because I think this is important. Today, I took so much time to myself. I was walking in the morning for like a couple hours. I was writing this song actually. And while I was writing the song, I had some crazy frustration just like building up inside of me, and I was just like so mad about this one person. Not necessarily this one person. It wasn't the person. It was the mentality and there's this whole thing. And I was like, I was so frustrated about it, and I took my phone out, and I was around nobody. Like I wasn't even on a regular street. I was like down, like in some weird shit. I was like by, I don't even know like where I was. Like y'all saw that fence on my story, like that. And so I took my phone out, and I just started talking. I was like, da-da-da-da. Pretty soon I was getting heated. I was like mad as fuck, and just like these, like I had this fury of like emotion, and I was like stumbling over my words, and I was like, oh, like what the fuck? I haven't been like that in a minute. Like I usually don't allow myself to get to that point, but since I was by myself, I did. And what it did was, like, as I kept talking, I was reasoning with myself. It was kind of the same way with when I write. It's like, as I write it, then I'm like solidifying those feelings, and I'm identifying them. And then I can come to terms with it and understand it and accept it. And after you can accept it, then you can put that, it's like you conquered that feeling, you conquered that emotion, and then you can move on to whatever your next problem is. I'm just like, I'm trying to evolve. Like us as humans, like we're born to be creative, and when we're not able to express, it kills us. It literally will drive a person to take their own life if they don't feel like they can express themselves and express them. And what I mean by that, it's a trickle down effect, because if you can't express yourself, that means you're not feeling accepted. You feel like there's nobody that's going to hear you, there's nobody that's going to listen to you, or like hear you out, you know? Because like us as humans, like our biggest thing, we just want to be accepted and respected by the people around us. And the biggest problem is that when we feel like other people aren't giving us that respect, we lose respect for ourselves. So then we take that anger sometimes and we put it on ourselves. And then we think that we're not worthy because of the things that are surrounding us. Because it's a natural human trait, you know, like you see somebody, and if they're not giving you respect, and they're not making you feel accepted, it makes you feel like shit. It makes you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy to be here. I'm not worthy to be in this person's presence. So that makes me like less than, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I don't care how many times like people say like, oh, don't worry what other people think. It's like, oh, thanks, dude. Like I never thought about that. Like, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna care what people think. Like it's not that, and it's not like this. Oh, just be yourself. Like that shit is dumb as fuck too, because it's so like it doesn't help people. If you're not helping anybody, you're making them almost feel worse, because it's like, just be yourself. Like it's so easy. It's like, no, motherfucker, it's not fucking easy. Like you don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. I just been thinking about that a lot. I was talking to that girl at the bus stop about that, because she was telling me she was struggling through a couple things, and I told her the same thing. I was like just about expression, and she seemed to think that her dream wasn't as realistic as I thought it was. So I actually wrote down in my book that I think that this girl is gonna come to a show in like, I don't know how many years, but she'll be at a show, and I'm gonna run into her again, and she's gonna tell me about all the things that she just did and the path that she's on, and the like. I see it, and I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna post about it. But yeah, man, like I know that a lot of you guys probably are going through something, and I think that that's why you relate to me, is because you guys see that. I don't know. I've gone through some shit myself, and I think that I'm very fortunate to have the path that I have. And I think that as I evolved, like I think the more you evolve as a person, the bigger of a voice you get. And someone like me, like I'm, like I was gifted with this because I feel like I earned it, and I'm glad it didn't happen when I was 16, when I really thought I wanted it, because I didn't want it for the right reasons. I didn't want it for y'all. I didn't want it for the greater good of like humanity and all that stuff. I wanted to be an artist because I wanted to make it out, get money, like do shows. Like obviously I have a huge passion for this shit. I wanted to be respected in the game, like all this stuff. But there were those motives of like, oh, like I just want to get out here and I want to like prove my friends wrong and I want to like prove my haters wrong or whatever. And like that was like the main motive. But that'll only get you so far, because like we're all here to help each other out. And I think that I'm at an interesting position now because I feel like I'm finally earning the right to have, a fan base and have the right to have the maturity and like the level-headedness to convey my thoughts in a rational and helpful way. Because if I had been talking to y'all, and if I had been thrown into what I am right now before, I wouldn't have been ready. My mindset wouldn't be the same, and I wouldn't have all the knowledge that I have. Just like I feel like I'm so much better at regulating my emotions and learning to not get so caught up in things that go wrong, especially because I've learned that all the things that go wrong are like I feel like there's really no such thing as a bad day. And when I say that, I mean like the most terrible, heartbreaking, upsetting things can happen to you, but that doesn't mean it's a bad day. At the end of the day, trust me, I haven't figured this out fully, but I'm on the path to really accepting these things and being grateful for the bad days. Because if something that I really want to happen doesn't, or if I lose something, like what I should do is I should be thankful for that. And the reason I should be thankful for that is because that bad thing is just as much of a lesson for me and just as much of a guiding and a redirection as something great happening to me, as me getting a huge opportunity or something. It's the same thing, because the negative things in your life will steer you just as strongly as the positives. Like if you're ever mad at something, if you have all this anger built up in you and you just want to go either work out or do something, or like whatever the case may be, it's like that's why you were angry. That's why that terrible thing just happened to you. There obviously there's so many tough, really tough things that I don't know if I could dissect right now. Because there's some really messed up stuff in the world, and I'm not saying that every problem is just oh yeah, everything's good, but I mean I think there's something to take away there, and I haven't figured it out fully, because there's some serious issues that are going on, and I don't want to ever make it seem like the shit that we go through is easy, and it's easy to do that, because it's not. And that's my whole thing. It's not easy, but it is. It's just all about up here, because you can beat the game. Like this is we're living in a real ass video game, and we gotta advance to the next level in our heads. And I'm here to help y'all do that. So yeah, it feels so good right now, because I get to see y'all at these shows. I get to see y'all. Y'all are singing every word of my 3-minute rapid fire. There's so many words in Lucky You, and the fact that y'all are bar for bar finishing my words, and that shit is crazy. That's what I've always dreamed of. And I remember when I was 15, just starting this, and I was probably at the worst place I've ever been in my life. I was if I only had that, if only I had that, a group of people, because I felt obviously like I would put out songs and like a couple people would respond, and they like I always had a really good response from people. Like people, a lot of kids, a lot of people, like peers of mine and like other people in high school, like they believed in me. Some people made fun of me, but that honestly didn't really affect me as much, because I was very blessed to having some friends that like really saw the potential in it, and regardless of all the negative shit that was happening in my life at the time, like I really had some great people around me, and these people I've gone through terrible things with. I've had like I said, like I've been arrested before. There's so many things that I've been caught up in, like some bullshit that's really made me just like so much better and stronger of a person. I got caught. I had it bad, like stealing when I was in middle school and in my freshman year of high school, and I was getting into trouble so much with school, like on some real truancy. Like I wasn't showing up, and I was a mad kid, man. I was pretty mad at the world. My freshman year, I was pretty just like just worried. Like I felt like I had this huge ass, not chip on my shoulder. That shit felt like a boulder, man. I felt like I had this heavy ass weight on me, and it was at my lowest when I started making music, and I wrote some songs, and that just started the whole passion for it. But yeah, man, like I got like stuff that happened like with my family and like just my relationships with people. Like I've made a lot of mistakes, man, a lot of mistakes. I've done some fuck shit just out of either anger or like there's so many terrible things that have happened in my life that I'm really grateful happened at the time that they did, because I was like 15, 16, and like I wasn't always this guy, yo. Like I really wasn't. I'd be lying to y'all if I said that I always had my shit figured out. Like I wasn't always I wasn't always as strong as I feel right now. But all that shit makes the story so much better, and like I'm so grateful for those times. One, because they're over, and it's really hard, especially like at 15 and 16, like going through that and like having, nobody to really like relate to on, like for my position. For me, man, I felt like nobody gave a fuck, nobody cared, like, and then it was like on top of that, I was going through all this stuff, and at one of my lowest points, I find out that I was diagnosed with autism, and when I find that out, it was like, that was probably the hardest part, because it was like, damn, like they won, like everyone's trying to put me in this box, all my teachers and like everyone was always like on my ass, and I'm just not, I feel like they just weren't, no one wanted to listen to me, no one wanted to hear me out when I have these like strong feelings, and like I have this drive to do this one thing, this one thing that I'm so passionate about. And it's like damn, well, they got their label, you know what, they were right. Maybe I am like fucking crazy, maybe it's all me, like it's all my fault type shit. And I look back on that, and that terrible, most vulnerable I've ever been feeling ended up being the thing that connects me with the people the most. And yeah, I got this shit tatted on me for life. I'm about to rock this shit on everything, because this shit is a superpower. This right here, this is my core. This is who I am. and I ain't changing for anybody. And I'm proud as fuck of who I am right now, and I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that even a year ago. Like, this is the first time, I think, in my life that I'm proud as fuck of what I'm doing. And I'm proud because of the impact that it's starting to have. I see it. It's like this seed it's been planting, and I've been watering it, but it's not growing, but it's growing under. Like, I just couldn't see it. And now it's like that little green, like, fucking, like, leaf just pops up, and I'm like, oh shit. And we're about to make it's gonna be a big ass tree one day. And it's just, man, it's so, like, I can't tell y'all how much this shit means to me. I mean, I can. I think I just did. Honestly. But, yeah, dude. Big stuff. Big day for me. Really big day. I also want to let you guys know that if I'm ever in a bad place, just know that, like, I'm good. Like, even if it seems like, you know, I'm going through something, or, like, I'm gonna figure it out. And that's honestly, I think, the thing that I just need to make sure that I'm doing is expressing myself, being creative, making music, releasing it to you guys, because that's really what this is for. It's like, I'm meant to have all these strong feelings, and I'm meant to have this desire to write down my shit and to put it out. I'm meant to have that desire because it's supposed to reach y'all. So if I'm not reaching y'all, then what am I doing? Then I'm being selfish. And then I'm, you know. So while I'm on tour, and while I don't have a studio, I don't have, like, means to record and stuff, I just want to, I don't know, I want to, like, get on these lives and talk to y'all, because, like, if you guys seen a live of me even, like, a couple months ago, I feel like my mentality and everything has just changed so much, and it's constantly evolving. You know, I'm 20 years old. This is a huge growth period just for people. And the fact that I'm doing it in front of y'all is dope to me, because it gives me a lot of validation to see the response. And when I'm on these, and I see your guys' comments, even though, like, a lot of times I'm not even fucking looking at the screen, like, I'm, like, looking over here, there, whatever. That's really just so I concentrate and don't, like, just, like, retain my thought. But yeah, like, I see the stuff you guys, I see the stuff you guys send me. I see the DMs, and I see the comments and the tweets, and, like, I think more than that, because that stuff's all cool, you know, but it's another thing when, you know, the actual face-to-face interactions are crazy. It's crazy to me, man. Like, every show, there's been somebody who comes up to me and is just like said the most, like, incredible things to me, either about themselves and how either what I'm doing has helped them. That's it. That's really the passion, which is crazy, because I'm not passionate about rapping. Like, I'm really not. I'm not just like, holy shit, like, I can't wait to, like, go rap. Like, nah, man. I only rap because that's the easiest way and the most, like, publicized and popular way for me to express myself and to reach a demographic and to reach a group of people like yourselves. Because it's, you know, it's popular, it's mainstream, and I can take this platform, this art form that's so impactful on culture and on kids and on the youth, and I can put my voice on it, and I can make and I can have an impact on people's lives, and I can have and through my emotions I can relate to people. So it's so fun for me to do that, because it's like all I'm doing is talking about me and the things that I've gone through, but it really shows like obviously all of us are different, but we're a lot more similar than we think, in the sense of our purpose. So yeah, like I'm really trying to do my best to use the gifts and the attributes I've been given to give it back. If you're given a gift, if you're given something, it's always important to use it for the betterment of people around you. There's a lot of selfish motherfuckers, and selfish people aren't very happy. They're not. You know why they're not happy is because we're not meant to be selfish. We're meant to, do nice things for other people, which is why when we do nice things, we feel good. And if we're being selfish, if we're being conceited, it doesn't feel as good. You always have this chip on your shoulder mentality. Like there's a big ass boulder, and I know because I've been there. Like let me tell you, man, in high school, bro, oh my gosh, I was like, it's ridiculous. Like there are definitely some like cocky ass like remarks from me, or like whatever the case may be. But I'm glad that I wasn't on the internet just like going wild. I got to get my shit together before I really deserved to have a platform like this, before the universe presented me with such an amazing opportunity to be a part of this band, and to it was like, all right, you ready? And what's crazy is like, I remember it took me getting fired twice. It took me like all these things to get me to really strip down. And you know what's crazy is I think the thing that got me on boy band was the fact that I was at my lowest, like most desperate moment. And what I did, I would go on these walks and I would just talk. I mean, I could call it praying, just like talking out loud. Like I need help. Like I need to. Like I'm at my lowest. Like I feel weak. Like it really like. It's like it showed me. Definitely taught me a big lesson. And it, through all the things that went wrong, it got me asking the right questions, and it got me feeling the right things, and like I realized what was really important, through all the shit that went wrong. Why do you have scars on your chest? They're not scars. I don't know why. Sometimes I think, like, I don't know, like I got white skin, so like sometimes if I like, just like, I don't know. I feel like that happens a lot. Like if I like scratch myself, it'll be like red for a second. Like I don't know why. Anyways, where do you shop? I'm not a big fan of like a lot of the designer stuff. Like I like some of the stuff that's out. But really where I shop, like my favorite brand is Real Nobody. Like for real. I think that brand, shout out to my boy Thomas. Like it really represents, just like I feel like everything I stand for is like, having something, having a logo like the mask to symbolize the fact that we all put on a mask on. You walk into the Grammys, you walk into Coachella, backstage, like any place where there's like a bunch of high profile people. But if everyone's got a mask, it's not about, all of that's gone. It's like, who is this? Who is this right here? And I think it's just it's a dope way to like take us down and like look at each other as people. That's really what that brand's about. So that's the other thing, man. It's like, I see y'all rocking the shirts at these shows, and the people who are getting them, like, they get it. And that's the thing that's dope to me. It's like, we haven't really explained, I feel like what this brand really truly is. But I think the fact that you guys like are understanding of, like, some of y'all, like I saw this girl in New York, I forget your name, but she had the mask on, she had the shirt, like, oh my gosh. It's like, it's crazy, man. We're all just humans. We're all just another entity walking this earth. I want real nobody merch, but I don't got real money. I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm probably gonna, like, it's not my brand, it's Thomas's brand. I'm just, like, a huge, like, supporter, and it goes hand in hand with my stuff, and we're gonna do so many collaborations through that. I know that we definitely want to make sure we find a way to make items that are affordable for everybody, because that's really the point. I think right now, since, like, we're starting, like, he's starting the brand, it's like we got to get the best quality. We got to figure out really how to make this shit, like, starting a clothing company is one of the hardest things. But let me tell you, dude, Thomas is fucking killing it right now. Like, y'all should go check out Real Nobody Goods and at by Thomas Crane, both of their Instagrams, because he's got some crazy stuff. So if y'all are trying to, like, trying to be on the movement, go cop that shit, man. There's some more stuff coming. You're the sponsorship. Yeah, low key. Thomas was one of the most genuine people I ever met. Facts, man. He definitely is. Can we sing The Judge? Who said that? Friday? Yeah, I got you. Are you hydrated? Not the most right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your sweats, they were awesome. Thank you. Caitlin got them for me. She's an amazing fan who she showed up at the Dallas airport, and she gave them to me, and I didn't know it. I wasn't expecting it. A cool ass gift, man. Like, that's just, shout out Caitlin. Made a drawing with a mask, you saw. Yeah. I did see that. You're gonna drop some more stuff on your SoundCloud. Let me tell you, y'all know what the fucking plan is, man. Like, I know y'all want music. I want music. Like, y'all gonna get what you want. Trust me. After this tour, I got some dope ass news for y'all. How you feel about tour ending soon? I'm excited to get to finish this shit strong, because it's been such an, honestly, like take aside all, like, the hassles of, like, traveling and all that shit. The shows are what keeps all of this going. It's like that makes it worth it, is the fact that these shows are something that are actually, like, having an effect on people, and the fact that we get to, like, really, like, see y'all, because it feels so lonely, man, being on the side of being outside of, like, the fans, and, like, not getting to see y'all as much, because it's, like, it's so important for an artist to, like be engaged with their fan base. And, like, when we're constantly dealing with, like, bullshit business shit, and, like, stupid, like, fucking people in suits who think they know what they're fucking doing. Yeah, it's been a crazy last couple months for us, and all of that will be, all those questions that you have will be answered soon about that. But yeah, I love these shows, man. Conor Save Us Live, of course. Start doing collab. I'm on it, man. Jake Spencer, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. Damn. Oof. Yeah, but man, life's really good right now. Can't complain. But I am about to be complaining this morning because I have to, so, quick story. I lost my wallet in either an Uber or whatever the case may be. Now, I lost this wallet, but here's the thing. This is one of those things, like it wasn't that bad of a thing. It's a hassle, but it's like I can get through it. I lost my wallet, and honestly, I was cool about it. I was like, if I can't find it, I'm not meant to have it. And yeah, I couldn't find it. I didn't find it. But here's the problem: is like we're on tour, right? So I don't have an ID, and if I don't have an ID, it means it's very hard for me to get through TSA. Now every time I have to go to this officer, and I'm like, no, I don't have any ID. He's like, nothing. You have a like birth certificate, prescription bottle. Like, I'm like, no, nothing. Like, everything's gone. So I have to sign this form, fill out some information. They got to get on a call with this one. I don't know who it is, but they basically ask me all these questions. It takes hella long, and then I get through the gate. And then I have to get this fucking pat down. And bro, let me tell y'all, when I say I never felt so violated before, especially because it's like it's even in front of like all the like. Oh, I remember like some of the people on Asher's crew were like they had to see me get my pet down. Yo, that shit's so embarrassing, bro. Like, you just get, oh my gosh. Like, for the, yeah, I don't even need to go into detail with that shit. Like, you can use your imagination. But, yeah, I felt violated. But, I only got to do it one more time. And that's in, like, 3 hours. In 3 hours, I'll be violated. But my parents are coming down to the DC show, so I'm gonna get some ID and I'll be good. Okay, so like I love to sing and I want to perform, go on tours. What advice would you give? What should I do to get somewhere, be able to have a platform, spread love? I mean, like, honestly, yo, like I could go off, but, like, I feel like I probably answered that, like, in this live. But I could do, like, a quick, like, reassessment. That's not the right word. Do a quick, whatever the fuck it is. I'm tired. Someone's trying to perform. You gotta figure out why you want to do this shit. Like, what's the real reason why? Write down, like, what do you want from it? And then once you write it, then your final, like, answer on it. It's like, once you write something down, then you ask yourself better questions. And then you just keep going from there. The real thing with artists, like you got to connect with the people. You got to connect with the kids and like the youth and whoever your audience is. And the way you do that is just by being yourself. And to be yourself, you have to know yourself. And to know yourself, you got to express yourself. And to express yourself, you got to write. To write, you need paper, pencil, pen. You probably need a computer of some sort, or a phone or something to play music. Or if you don't need that shit. You can use the radio, or like whatever the shit is. But figure yourself out, and then everything will be so much easier. Because if you figure out what you want and who you are, then your path is aligned in your head. Because then you know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, then it's like you're gonna say yes to an opportunity, or you're gonna say yes to something that's not actually like something that you want. You're gonna say yes to something because either somebody's gonna tell you that it's the right thing to do for you, but they're not you, so they can't really do. But yeah, that's the advice I got. Hope that works. I fucking love y'all, man. Y'all do so much for me, and without y'all, I wouldn't be shit. So thanks. And yeah, I know this shit's about to end soon, and I know I said that I was only gonna be on here for a little bit, but I always overextend my stay. My problem is I don't know how to make background music for the songs I've written. So what I would say is find Avi, my guy. Both up at 2. Yes, sir. No sleep. Fuck, I forgot what you said. Oh, background music. Yo, literally, don't even stress about producing or anything. If you got piano, guitar, ukulele, I would say learn an instrument. Do something that you actually have to physically I don't know, make music from. And the crazy thing is, we got the internet, so you can learn literally anything. It's the easy, we're, in the time, my kids are going to be so, ahead of where I am, because they're going to have, that next level of technology that we have right now, where it's, phones and the internet. That's a huge benefit for growing anything. We can have a career. You can have a career at 13, just by being on social media and doing your thing and gaining a presence and working with brands and all that stuff. It's crazy what you can really do with this shit. So use it to your advantage, but don't take advantage of it. Yeah. How skinny are you? I don't fucking know, man. I'm only 150. I'm eating though. I'm eating well. I'm trying to eat better right now. I'm trying to go mostly fish right now because I don't know. I just feel like it. I don't really have a reason. It's just I think I just want. I want to be good to my body because I want to perform well. So yeah, I really want to. I'm really focused on all of my, my vocal ability, which I'm doing a live right now for talking for an hour or so. Probably not the best thing, but you know what? Shit. I don't know if I should get off this right now. I probably should. I gotta shower, I gotta do shit, I gotta pack. Damn, I have hella clothes on the ground. That's good. Oh, word. Cool. I mean, if y'all ready to go to bed, I'm tired as fuck, so. Are you in DC? Nah. Actually, y'all been asking to leak the DC flight info, so fuck it, I just put it on my story. If y'all are in DC, you want to pull up to the airport tomorrow. If I'm hella tired, just don't think that I'm like mad at you or anything. I'm just fucking like beat. So, but like, let's take pictures, whole 9 yards. Yeah. Yeah. Well, peace out. Thank you guys. Love you so much. I love doing these. These are one of my favorite things to do. And it seems like you guys enjoy them too, so I'm gonna keep doing them. Alright.